Hello, this is going to be a reading for Gemini. I have this deck right here that I like to use to help me figure out what topic or what kind of decks they want me to use. It's kind of big, so I'm going to cut it in half. Find out what they want to talk to you about today. So this was wanting to come out face down. So usually for me, face down means that there's a block or resistance or something you don't see coming. And this is about your past life. So it says past life love on here. So I do feel like there was a situation in your past life regarding a love situation that could be causing a block in your life now. So we're gonna dive into some of my past life decks and find out what they want to tell you. Again, face down, so there might have been a situation where you might have passed over, or somebody you're dealing with might have passed over due to water. I don't know if that's drowning, and you might be somebody who has a fear of water, or maybe you could also have some kind of an obsession. But if you had passed away due to water, maybe you have some kind of fear and it's causing some kind of block. You don't know, it's because of a past life. This card is also wanting to come out face down. We also have Earth. And that also talks about passing away by a natural disaster. So you could have a fear. I don't know, Asia is on the bottom, so this could have been something in Asia, but it doesn't have to be. But I feel like you are somebody, whoever's watching this, if you have some kind of fear of natural disasters, a flood, a landslide, it says here, something that just seems unnatural, you don't know why, this could be why. Because in a past life, you could have passed away. Now, you have to use your intuition to know if this is for you, because this is a general collective. If you want to know more specifically for you, you can get a personal reading from me. My personals are very affordable still at $30 for about an hour. You can get it on my website. Otherwise, if this just resonates with you, it could be because you have a past life situation where you passed away, having to do with earth and water. So, you know, this one talks about a landslide. Well, a landslide does happen because the water gets on the earth. So you might have specifically died in a landslide. But if you have any kind of fear and you don't know where it's coming from, of maybe being suffocated, or if you're driving along and there's a hill there and you don't know why, but for some reason you kind of fear a landslide or a flood or something like that, you might have actually literally passed away in this, and this is why this fear is there. And it could be some kind of block to something. If you can think of any other way you might have passed away with ground and water besides a flood or a landslide, you know, that could also be the situation. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I'm not coming up with anything. We did earlier pull the past life card that does say love on it. So this could be somebody who you met that you love. Now, that does not say romantic love, so it could be family. So this might not even be you. This could be someone else who has an irrational fear and they don't know where it comes from. So at this point, I don't know if this is you or somebody else. Let me find out. I do have a deck for that. I do have this card. I don't want to say it because of the algorithm. Hopefully you can see that. Unaliving, basically. We do have Asia over here. It is on the bottom of the deck, so if that doesn't resonate, it doesn't have to for you. But if it does, this could have been something that happened in a past life, and like Asia, where this could have to do with somebody setting something up. I don't know how this could have been the situation, unless somebody like buried somebody or dug like a grave and then filled it with water and drowned somebody. That could have also been a situation. So at this point, I don't know if this is you or somebody you love, or if this is a romantic love situation. You. Okay, so you might have some kind of irrational fear. Maybe you're claustrophobic, because at this point, I don't know if this is a landslide, a flood, like I said, somebody digging like a grave and then filling it with water and drowning the person, or some other way. But if you feel like you have an irrational fear and you don't know where it comes from, let me know down in the comment section, because I definitely want to know who this resonates for. It could be that you just have a respect or fear of water or earth. It could be for some people it's water, some people it's ground, earth. This says earthquake or landslide. So yeah, I mean, it could involve both or one or the other. This could be that some of you, it might involve water, some of you it might involve earth. So put it where it fits for you. But this is you, and somehow, some way, it does include, especially if we are talking about unaliving, if that was supposed to come out, which is kind of wanting to come out a little bit. I mean, there could literally be, for some of you, it could have been a natural disaster, but for others of you, it could be somebody did this to you on purpose. It could even be for some of you, they took advantage of a situation that was a natural disaster, but didn't save you or something. But for some reason, the whole purpose of this reading is that you don't know why you have this irrational fear. It's because something happened to you in a past life. I'm also getting a lot of block energy or resistance energy. So you could be too afraid of water, or certain situations, again, where you have this irrational fear and it's getting in the way of certain situations. It could even be that you have a block with a romantic partner potentially, or somebody you love and you don't know why. Maybe you have some kind of resentment towards them and you don't know why. It could be because they are the person who did this to you in a past life, whether that's taking advantage of the situation of a natural disaster and then not helping you, or putting themselves first instead of saving you, or whether it's just you dying in a natural disaster. I kind of feel like it does involve this other person for a lot of you. Somebody you love, that could be platonically or romantically in the past life or this life or both, where I don't know if they intentionally set up a situation that made it look like a natural disaster, or if they knew something was coming so they put you in harm's way, or they just didn't save you. But the reason why we're talking about this today is because it's causing some kind of block in your love life or in your life, or a block with this particular person that you love in this life. Let's dig in a little more to find out more. Who is the person that could have unalived them or not saved them? Or who is the person in question with the love life? You're the one that passed away. You're the one that could have the irrational fear, but somebody else might have done this on purpose or taken advantage of the situation. And it's causing some kind of block either for you regarding a fear of one of these things, or a block with this person. This person has an oval face. It's purple, so it's like telling you to use your intuition as to who this person is. This person could have an oval face. You know, it could be different from more than one person, different things for different people, so we'll keep that in mind. There could be somebody who is African American or person of color. Doesn't have to be for everyone. And I don't know if that's in this life or on the past life. I would think it would be more in this life so that you can identify who this person is. So we have oval face. Doesn't 100% have to be for everybody. But if it resonates for you, if there's somebody that fits this description and you know you have some kind of bitterness or fear and you don't know why, this person could be the same height as you. This card came out in a similar reading here. And one thing I noticed about this card is that there's two people in two different boats and they're kind of coming together. So this could be a romantic lover or two people on different paths that come together. So we do have some cards coming out face down. We have the beggar on the bottom and the peacemaker over there. So I feel like there's somebody here that's going to be begging somebody to have peace between the two of them, like get rid of this grudge from a past life. So I feel like the grudge, the bitterness carried on to this life. So something might have happened in this life as well. Maybe this is your karmic. So this card is face down over these cards. So The rescuer here is face down. So again, there's a block. Usually when something's face down, block, resistance, or something you don't see coming. I'll put that in reverse so that I know. The traveler and the workaholic. This says the traveler here. If you'll notice, these two cards both say the traveler. This was just sitting on the bottom of the deck and I didn't know if I should take it. But this is just confirmation that the traveler has something to do with this. Now, I don't know if this person is a traveler in this life or if that's past life. Let's find out more. So we have the rescuer, the workaholic, and the traveler. Always on the move, called to explore the world, need to settle down. The other traveler card says, expect travel, movement, even relocation very soon. Can be a great way to broaden your horizons. So I feel like this person in question is going to come back in begging for things to be okay with you. So I don't know what they've done in this life. They might even be living far from you. Maybe they're going to want to travel. It could even be that you are the one that's going to be begging for peace. I mean, it is possible. Well, I was going to say it's possible that you hurt them, but in this case, you were the one that passed away and might have the fear. So this might be somebody who did something karmic in the past, or they are a karmic in your life now, in this life. We have the rescuer, the workaholic. So again, but that was like face down. So that's what's blocking. Just when you feel like giving up, someone will enter your life and assist or support you in a great time of need, but that came face down. So I feel like this person is supposed to help you in some kind of way, maybe to make things up to you from a past life, but they're not doing that right now. I don't know if this workaholic is you or this person. Let me find out, because that kind of makes a difference. Who is the workaholic here? You, but that was face down. So there's a block having to do with you working too much. Who is the one who is going to beg for forgiveness? Who is the one that's going to, okay, a couple of cards coming out here. Someone else, and you. So you both kind of need to forgive each other, but them more than you. They're going to be very much begging for peace with you, but you might also be feeling the same way. So I feel like whether it's past life or this life, you both owe each other some karma here. You both owe each other forgiveness. It seems like they owe you more than you owe them, but maybe on both sides things have happened, especially in a past life, but also in this life. So somebody's going to be traveling to the other person. Right now I feel like somebody's supposed to rest this other person. Maybe they're supposed to come in and help you, rescue you. Let me find out who though. Who's supposed to rescue? Who's supposed to do the rescuing? Someone else, yeah. So they're supposed to like come in and help you, but it was face down, blocked. So I feel like they're not doing that. Who is supposed to travel to who? Who's going to travel to who? Who is going to travel? Who's going to be the one doing the traveling? Need to settle down. Maybe this person just travels a lot. Someone else, all for someone else. So this person travels a lot now, or they are going to be traveling to you. Could be multiple people, but in this case, I feel like it's probably just one person. So this person either lives at a distance to you, or they are just like somebody who travels a lot and they're a nomad, but I feel like they're going to be traveling to you. They need to settle down. So one of two things out of that card, just to reiterate. You might even see this person as your ship's coming in. There's a ship on her head. But her hair is blue, like a blue-green. So that could be about throat chakra and heart chakra. So I feel like this person needs to come to you, travel to you. And you would see this as your ships coming in. And they need to speak their truth with their heart to you. They also need to settle down. They might also be somebody who just travels a lot right now, but they need to travel to you. But this kind of came face down over that. So they're supposed to come in and like rescue you. And there's also something about traveling a ships. So maybe they work on a ship, like a cruise line or something like that, or that's how they're going to travel to you. Because this is like the rescuer, and she's, you know, looks like she's the captain of the ship here. But this is someone else that needs to come and look for you. Maybe they've been spying on you. They want to come and rescue, but they're not. Or they're supposed to come and rescue you, but you're not. You're kind of being a workaholic. Maybe that's what they need to rescue you from. Maybe they also are going to want you to travel with them, but they're big on travel. And maybe even ship, cruise, water. Oh, snap. Maybe they have a yacht, or they work on a cruise line. They want you to travel by ship, but you're afraid of water because your past life, because you might have died in a flood, or because you might have been unalived in a flood. I'm assuming it's this person who unalived you in a past life, but it could have been somebody else. But because we did have past life love. So this past life situation does have to do with a love situation. And it doesn't say romantic love, but I definitely think this might be, or somebody in your soul group who owes you karma in this life. So I do a lot of twin flame readings. This could be a twin flame, but we don't have any twin flame cards yet. So I feel like you're over here being a workaholic right now, trying to get your life back in balance, but you might be working too much. This does say that you could be also playing too much, but I think in this case, you're working too much. You're trying to work really hard on getting your life in balance. It says get clear on your priorities, but you need help, like to be rescued, or maybe that's how it feels. I don't think on this journey you actually need to be rescued, because really you're supposed to be doing this inner work and kind of working on yourself. But it might feel like that. And this person is supposed to come and help you, but I feel like they're blocking right now. But again, I feel like this person, they could have traveled to you on multiple occasions with these 4 different cards coming out for someone else. Or maybe they will in the future. Maybe they live overseas and they're going to come to you. But there's something here about by water, and I feel like you're afraid of that. Maybe they're going to want you to come in, and maybe they have a boat and they want you to sail with them. But you're afraid of water, and that's blocking you. That's what this reading's about. So again, I feel like this person owes you an apology, and you might owe them as well. Like they're going to beg for your forgiveness, and you might feel that way, or maybe you have begged for their forgiveness in the past, definitely in a past life, but also into this life. It's coming into this life. Whatever they did in a past life is coming into this life. And then the water, the boat, because even this traveler card is a beach. It's water. We got water here. We got the traveler here with a ship on her head. We have the rescue, where she's like on a ship with and again, maybe you're feeling like I would need to be rescued. I don't know how earth plays into it, if it's water and earth, but somehow, some way, you're definitely afraid of water. Like I said, maybe it was a landslide, or maybe it was somebody digging a grave and like putting you in there and drowning you. I'm not sure, but you're probably somebody who has some kind of irrational fear of water. You don't know why, and they're going to want you to travel with them, maybe multiple times, multiple places. Because even this has like water right here. You want them to settle down, but they're somebody who's a free spirit, and they want to travel a lot. So like I said, your fear of water makes it to where you can't travel with them. Don't get hung up on the oval face or the person of color, although if it's true, it's just a special wink from spirit for you. But this could be, anybody, just if it fits with you, if the rest of this fits. So you're over here working hard, working on maybe money, your career, business, or just getting your life into balance. Maybe you're working too much, and they're supposed to come in and take you on vacation here. And this would be a good thing, but there's a block because of your fear of water. They might also not be coming in yet to rescue you, because that was face down. So there might also be a block there, but they will, or they need to come in and beg for your forgiveness. But I feel like the both of you owe each other asking and begging for forgiveness, but they owe you more than you owe them, because your name came out once here. Someone else came out twice. Her lipstick is blue. So I feel like this is somebody who needs to speak their truth to you big time here. Blue hair, blue lipstick, blue water. Now water does represent emotion, so I guess it could be like something to do Well, in this life, it's like emotions. You might be afraid of your emotions, but I feel like it's two things. It's water emotions, but it's also physical water, literal water. And this person needs to speak their truth. They might be afraid of their emotions. You might be afraid of physical water. And then this card, she looks like an angel and dressed in all white. So I feel like you've done a lot of your shadow work here. You have kind of gained your wings as somebody who's done a lot of shadow work and is at peace inside. And they're going to come in. She's dressed in all black. So I feel like they have not done their shadow work just yet, which is also why they might be blocking the rescue of you from work, of the relationship. So I'm sorry, I'm getting like quite a few things going on. It's not just one thing, but I definitely feel like they still have shadow work to do here, which is why they might be blocking coming in. They might be afraid of their water, their emotions in a metaphorical way. You might be afraid of literal water at this point because you would have worked on your emotions. But you might be somebody who, well, if you're the feminine, you're definitely working, focusing on your money, your career, maybe a soul purpose or something like that. But maybe you're going to the other side where you're doing it too much. They are somebody who's traveling. They were traveling. I don't know if that has to do with their job and money, but I feel like they are more, they're at the other side of the balance. They were living life. They needed to settle down. They needed to focus on their money. You are actually the opposite right now. You're focusing on your money, but need more free time. So you're both imbalanced. Yin and yang, white. And she's wearing she's wearing blue, but I mean, it's kind of dark, like black. So I feel like they still have shadow work to do. You've done the shadow work. You're over here working on your money. You're probably the divine feminine. And I feel like you've done a lot of the emotional work, but you still have this physical block from a past life that you need to face and heal from so that that block can be released, so that that irrational fear of water can be released, so that you can go on this cruise with this person. But this person, they're afraid of their water, their emotions, because they still have their shadow work to do. So they're not even coming in for the rescue to try and get you to go on a trip with them. So there's like two different blocks. They have to deal with their emotions so that they can come in to offer a trip on a boat, and you have to get rid of some kind of water fear so that you can go on the boat. So you're over here working too hard and not relaxing, and they're over here relaxing and traveling too much and not settling down. They need to settle down. You both kind of need to come together, probably where you're going to actually be going on a trip with them on a boat, whether that's a cruise or a yacht or, just a personal little boat. I don't know. And maybe you'll both be able to, work while doing this. Maybe you guys will be, create content or something while you're traveling. Because I'm getting like coming together for some kind of balance, but you have a block of literally being afraid of water, so you wouldn't want to do this. And they have this block of their emotions, their water, speaking their truth to you, needing to say, I'm sorry, and beg for your forgiveness. You might have a little bit of that with them from this life or a past life, but they really have it with you. Like they really need to beg for your forgiveness. But they still haven't done the shadow work, so they're not balanced in their emotions. They're afraid of their emotions. You're afraid of the actual literal water. How funny. This reading is cracking me up, actually. This is interesting. So it's like they won't even come in. They're looking at you, though. They're wanting to rescue you from overworking. If you feel like your life is like too much work, overworking, boring, they want to come in and rescue you, but they're not even going to approach you until they face or be able to say, I'm sorry, to be able to even ask you on this trip until they face their emotions. Wow. This one was so much fun. I love it. So I do make bonus extended readings for my VIP Patreons, and I think this one would be perfect. So I'm going to go make one right now. If you want, the link will be in the description box below. I might also put it in comments. This would be awesome to dig into and get more information. So if this resonates with you, use your intuition because it is a collective. It's going out to everybody. But if it resonates with you and you want to know more about where the situation is going, are you guys going to get past these blocks? Are you going to get over your fear of water? Or maybe I'll get some advice on how you can get over this fear of water, how we can get this other person to do their shadow work so that they can feel comfortable coming in and begging for your forgiveness, even if it doesn't seem like begging, and try to rescue you from overworking here and try to get you out on this trip or trips. It does have something to do with Like maybe they live at a distance and they're going to come travel to you, but maybe all they have is a boat, or maybe they've been a nomad and they've been traveling around on their boat and they want you to come out with them. Or even if they're parked in a harbor and they want you to come spend some time on the boat with them, you would be afraid of water. You wouldn't do it. So there's two things that you have to get over: your fear of water, and they have to get over their emotions first, so that they can even come and talk to you and try to rescue you from work, try to get you out to have some fun. But they're like, look, it's safe. I have this buoy here. I have this life raft. I'm the captain of this ship, but they're checking you out. So again, this came face down. So they're not approaching you yet or visiting you or whatever this is. They want you to bring in the ship to you. Let your ships come in regarding them, but they would have to speak their truth with their heart. But first they have to do the shadow work to get in touch with their emotions. They're afraid of that right now. So it's really weird. Your fear is probably literal water, and theirs is metaphorical. How funny. So anyway, I'm gonna go do an extended right now. So with my bonus extendeds, I use Patreon, and so it's like $5.55 to sign up, but that'll get you this bonus extended, this one, which is about a price for a regular bonus extended for other readers. But with mine, it does get you a month worth of access. So you can have access to all my bonus extendeds that I've done in the past, done a million, and going forward. So if in the next month I put another Gemini reading out, then you'll have access to that as well. But I think the price is what other readers would charge just for one. So it just gives you that extra bonus of being able to access past Gemini readings or future ones. So just to let you know how that works. You can cancel at any time. It just gives you that extra value added, that it's not just this one reading, but any other readings that I put out as well. And I also will be doing from time to time all signs. So if that one you want to watch that bonus extended, you'll already have paid for that month. Okay? So let's get over there right now and get more deep information on maybe who this person is. Maybe we'll get some nicknames. I love doing nicknames to see if any nicknames might resonate for you, so you know if this is for you. Like I said, you can do a personal reading if you are unsure, or if you want more personal tailored information. We'll also just find out what you can do to help this situation along. Like if you really see this person as your ships coming in and you want to take a trip with them, but you're afraid of water, maybe there's gonna be advice on how you can get over that. I would suggest just doing past life regression, whether that's going to see a regressionist or going to YouTube and typing in guided meditation for past life regression. And you can do it yourself and see what comes up. As you go into that trance, I would think it would help to focus on a fear of water, a situation where you might have passed away in water. Because earth is coming out, ground is coming out as well. I would think that would be for anybody that maybe passed in like a landslide, like it says here. But for a lot of you, it could have just been water. So if a fear of drowning, of water, it does say obsession. It could be an obsession, but I would think it says respect or fear of water. So if for some reason you've just always had some kind of fear of like drowning or something, or just at least a very strong respect, something that you wouldn't normally feel, and you don't know why. Here's why. But yeah, the bonus extended we're going to get into and figure out a lot more information that's going to hopefully help you get over this, move the situation forward.